Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter, Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun, chapter 238, My Special Attack. In case you're wondering, this is actually more building up to special attacks, not an actual special attack. I feel like I should clarify this so no one's gonna be blue balled because we don't actually get an attack here. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into this chapter and see what exactly is the contents of it, if it's not gonna be a special attack. Which is very misleading, personally. So yeah, so the first page we got of this chapter is a teacher who is facing off against Asmodeus, and it's kind of cool panel as he's like in gold, having flames around him as he smokes, he kind of looks at him like, yeah, I'm badass. As we have the narrator be like, his flames will scorch your hearts. Unfortunately for you, I don't have a heart because I'm a fucking ruler of hell. Although I feel like I do actually see this panel be one of those panels where the girls are gonna go fanboying over, or fangirling over. But yeah. So anyways, then we get a... I'm sorry, but it seems like I put up a wrong manga. Gotta serious here for a second. Oh well, I'm not gonna enter my recording now, so let's see what manga Welcome to the School Yuma-kun did it get switched with. Now, maybe if it's good enough, I might actually follow that one instead of Welcome to the School Yuma-kun. So yeah, anyways, we started this spell with a very cool, badass looking demon. Like, I'm talking one of those over-the-top isekai dragon crystal type of monsters. Like, my god, this one looks epic as all hell. As we are there to be like, Infrit, the Gene of Fire. It's a hellish flame, so hot they insert everything they touch, are said to be an origin of the netherworld's fire. And yes, I could see it. Like, this monster definitely looks like something that would give birth to fire. Then we have never once a demon challenged Infred and was endowed with its fire. That demon's name was Ida. Which this that was here actually this demon reminds me of the butler that lives in Ilma's ring. Forgetting his name now, but he kind of has like that. Well, it's not exactly the same, but he kind of has like that kind of shape to it. Like, I don't know, just kind of reminds me of it quickly. So yeah, then we have this demon like being burnt to a smithereens. Like, he burned in Infern's flames and was reduced to ash. That's what you get when you fight a demon that's supposed to possibly original fire. Then we have in back. Then 100 years later, a trail of smoke rose from those ashes. Wait, those ashes remained for 100 years? Is there another? And a demon wrapped in fire was born. The mark that marked the beginning of the Infred clan, masters of the most blazing flames in the netherworld. Oh wait, no, this was actually about Ryumakun. The contrast between the styles was very apparent. So yeah, I guess this was actually connected. Embarrassing, but oh well. But yeah, also this demon that also we actually see the teacher having his familiar. I'm guessing out that actually does look like the fucking creature. Like, it's not exactly the same, but it's like you can see the connection between the two. So I guess in fact it was giving us a bit of a history lesson, his family bloodline, and a bit of an explanation, which does make me a bit curious about some other bloodline abilities. Like, I think there was an explanation about the bloodline abilities, but I am blanking out right now. I don't think we actually have to go in that deep into like the lore behind it. Because it's gotta find out this teacher gets the lore behind it. So yeah, anyways, then we get the name reveal of this teacher, which I'm a bit surprising. I was expecting it to be like a running joke with this teacher not having his name. Like, he'll talk like, "Alright, my name is, I'll introduce myself, I'm just some background." But he'll like say, "Oh, I'm not gonna give him my name," but no, but he always gets cut off or something. But I guess now we are going to actually get his name. And so then we have school security teacher, Infra Jin Aito. Security teacher. Wait, does this mean that there's like a specific class for security devils like Uzu and Opera? Because This is what this makes me think, because I can't really see why there'd be a security teacher, unless this is supposed to be like a guy in charge of security or something. I don't know. I don't see why a teacher would be in charge of security though. Anyways, they have it to be like, we are a family of fire specialists. You see, as we see as Morris on the ground being a bit burnt, as well as like purple flames. Wait, his face is purple? Oh, this guy's clearly the best character right now. Like, my god, purple flames, you win. Which is actually a pretty unique thing to have, since I don't think a lot of people actually use purple flames in any kind of media. Like, normal fire goes a lot, blue fire, of course, green fire gets used time to time. I'm using more as a symbolic thing, but still gets used. But purple fire, I don't think it's ever used. So, as then we have I to be like, if I may, it's good fire, and you've tamed it well. Goes to show how skilled you are. Which I guess the I to like grabbing a bit of Osmosis fire to check. So, anyways, then we have Osmosis strike going at him with his familiar, and it tries to. The familiar snake does actually manage to grab the Aito's familiar neck, but then I was just like, a word of advice. As in, we see the snake like ha- had a bit swelling up and then erupting in flames. As far as like Vino, Vine Vino, really a confusing thing, but I guess it does make sense. That's the name. Vino is the name of the familiar, while Vine is the name of the one of the students, the one with Iruma. So I guess it'll be like, you need water or fire magic to contract flames. But if you fight fire with fire, they just cancel each other out, and in the end, only the stronger fire remains. Wait, what? You need water or fire magic to counteract flames, but in a fight between fire and fire, the strong one. Okay, I get the fire and the strong one remains. I get that. But why would water or fire be the only counters? Like, I mean, I get the fight fire with fire thing, but why would that be like the only counteract? Like, wouldn't there be? I don't know. It wouldn't even ice magic make more sense? Like, you burn the ice away, but then it becomes liquid and kind of washes the world or something. I mean, however, in the recent years, they've actually been using more ice against fire than water, so I'm not exactly sure. In fact, the whole fire versus water isn't actually all that used in anime now I think about it. Like, I might be forgetting, but I don't think it's that often. Like, I think it's sometimes used, but not that many times. So, yeah. Anyways, then we see Vino, like, burn on the floor chisel as Morris goes into his hair, rustling a bit. As then he gets, like, I think his horn or something like it. As uh, it is like, I would recommend unleashing a wicked phase. It puts you into a berserk mode, right? The more you drown in your urge to destroy, the harder it is to control the fire. Besides, as then we have Iroh's familiar attacking King and going through the wall, apparently. I guess just to show the difference in power. It's like, even then, I would still wipe the floor with you. So I guess as Morris was planning on going more powerful, which is something I wasn't aware of. I thought Berserk forms just make you more into those urges, not actually battling hungry. So yeah. Then we have, I'll be like, you can't expect me to beat me with your flames alone. You should be wise to use a different type of magic. As they're supposed to be like, what are you? Oh, he's a teacher, and so he's gonna be teaching you stuff. I guess this is actually similar to Shida, honestly, where although she was doing her job as the anime, she was also like teaching the rest of them along the side. So yeah, I guess Ito's gonna be doing his job as well. I guess Ito and Shida are like the only two who have actually done their job well so far. Everyone else was pretty much just like bopping the balloons, probably the preferred way that Caligo wanted to deal with it. So yeah, they'll be like, don't you have a perfectly good ability that will help you get out of this situation? I mean, fire isn't your bloodline magic after all, right, Asmodeus Kun? as Asmodeus is in shock. Now, I'm not sure this shock is supposed to be because Ito knows about this his true bloodline magic, or if he just is shocked the fact wait, fire isn't my bloodline magic. But needless to say, this is gonna be what people have been talking the most about. Like, what do they think Asmodeus's will bloodline magic is? Some people say it's seductive, although the way that Ito talks about it in this chapter makes me think it's not the case, but there might be something else. Also, people say that maybe the inspiration will be Asmodeus as the Lord of Wrath instead of the Lord of Lust. So there's also that question that people have, but I don't really know. My idea is maybe this magic is some kind of like a booster magic or some kind of like a consolation magic. I mean, Ida did say only water and fire, so I could see something there being it, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, we'll see what gonna be. It's too vague to say right now, in my opinion, but we'll see. So yeah, then we get to the principal's office, who wants to be a good thing, as we see Sylvia and Milene being a bit flustered from the mic, as Milene's like, I actually think it's Fene. It's like, we are here. There's is it there? It is the voice. Hurry, as Uzu's like, hurry, let's pour our mana into it and shut it down. As in, calms like, please wait. As then we see a silhouetted Catman, as Clem's like, that is Don, as we see Opera his laptop being there, all angry, as they have of coming like, oh, as he's like completely scared of her, well, dress in this case. It's like, Opera son. As guy's like, no, we have to take on the principal's strongest security level. I didn't plan for this. As it's like, my lady, they're a bad lady. They are bad news. As Finn is like, huh? As then we have Opa looking to them. It's like it's just like we have to run now. As we're like they spotted us. They continue the joke about Opa's gender, but yeah. Now, there's some people questioning if Uzu is aware of who Oprah is. Like, maybe it's a similar thing as some other students have when they are family relatives apart. Like, the one with Clara was a distant cousin of the plant teacher. The other guy who's with Clara was, uh, I think, a nephew or something, or a cousin of one of the torture sensei. So people are questioning if that's also the case here. People, I honestly feel like Oppa might be more. I think this could just be one of those. Oppa is so well regarded as the strongest security level of one of the three grades that every security level kind of gets inspired by it. I could see that, but I don't really know. It's kind of vague. But yeah, Uzi like completely freaking it out here. Is there we have Oppa being like, "Oh no, I'm so scared." And then we have like a very goofy, like, please don't hurt me. I'm just a researcher. I'm harmless. Help. Monotone. Yes. Which I guess in character for him. As I was like, huh? As then we have everyone's be like, I guess it's far safe. Dash. As they are dashing towards it. Now I'm not sure this is actually just the upper like pretending like he's not allowed to fight. Or like he's allowed to, but he just is joking here, or if he's straight up not allowed to fight. Because I honestly don't know if it makes sense to have uh, Sylveon be allowed out, yet Opera will not be. Like, Opera is at best equal to Kalaga on Balam, which is something that seems to be hinted at to us multiple times during this story. So now, like, he is not allowed to fight, while the rest of them are, well, the rest of them seemingly are going to participate. I mean, it's not confirmed for Balan, but Calico, but I could see it happening. But yeah. So I'm curious on that front. Maybe he's just pretending, or maybe I could see Appa just like being angry at Calico for doing all this. So he's just like teasing him, like, "Oh, well, you want us to be the villains? Well, I'll be playing the incompetent scientist then who can do his science stuff but can't fight at all to save his life at all." But yeah, so yeah, as there we have Upper in the background be like, oh, Goofy like, oh, as there another should be like, there are two devices. All four of us must pour our mana in. As Fenna's like, alright, as we see as Fenna and Silver are putting into one device and Zenith and Uzo putting the other device. As we have them, they're like draining it, putting it in there. As they're like, it seems to be working, and they're like, it's blinding and so draining. As they would have Fenna be like, it's sapping so much mana. As they would also be like, this is tough. What is this orb? As which again maybe potential hints that this is supposed to be false information, which I'll be honest, that would be kind of unfair for the test for them to, be told they have to go and shut it down, yet then it turns out, oh yeah, it was actually the opposite. They aren't supposed to be doing that, which, to be fair, I could see it. I mean, that is kind of the whole point of this exam, but still, we'll see. So then we have still like the gouge is barely filling up. It just is like this is going to take a really long time. I don't know, you could be have 3 women. As they have kind of be like, I'll help too. As then we have him he blast and go yo. As he's burst and he falls to the ground. Is there a fan supposed to be like Kaim senpai? As we see a staff zapping. As we see Kalago's future wife be like, I'm sorry, but I would let you break the device. Fundamentals of magic teacher, Morax Monoki. Is that like a teacher? As he was getting ready. Which I do wonder if the reason why Monoki decided to blast Klein was because he was hitting on her during class, which I do think, which is actually what I think it's represented when they were doing the whole teachers thing. So yeah. Also, that's funny. I did actually predict Monoki and Climb being together. Like, I don't think I stay in that video, but I do think I had her picked. Just with the hilarity of, like, say, the Climb's team running to her, but then Monoki has to protect the girls from Climb. But I guess it's actually going the way it's supposed to. Which is actually a bit good thing to have, but still, I think it would be far much hilarious if she had to protect the girls from Climb. Says Monoki saying like, you got here earlier than expected. Your quick thinking and swift actions are commendable. You are a good team. And the fact that apparently every other teacher was somewhere else than they were supposed to be. Like, seriously, Monoki. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but you and the other flame guy were the only two really here. Is that Monoki be like, and I have to thank you for bringing me so many hearts. Oh my god. Milk is not one of those characters we actually focus on all that much, but she is one hell of a beautiful woman. Like, really, Calico, what the heck are you doing? Stop being a whatever you are and get into her, because trust me, you two will make a cute couple. So Abraham will be like, it's alright. If you surrender without a fuss, I'll make it painless. Well, that's clear, Lyric. Because this is a mostly man. Well, actually, okay, I'm not sure about how many of these girls actually are into women, and we know Zeph is not into women, so I'm not exactly sure if this is actually keeping them away from it. So, anyways, they're finished, and Sylvia being a bit tensed as they had someone finished come going up, as they would have climbable people walking in front of the students as they're all in a bit of a shock. As they're expecting him to not to be able to withstand something. As they would have gonna be like, leave this to me. You all focus on filling those devices with mana. As they're surprised that he's so serious now. I guess they're expecting him to jump onto the woman. I could still see there be like a joke like that. Like, you know how in Manhattan doing the fast and now during the festival they're doing the class, was it fastest class B, took advantage, like get his hand close to Mina's boobs when he was like jumping all over the place and deflecting stuff. I could see a joke like that happening here, in all honesty. Anyways, it was like, what? Leave this to you? I guess it sucked because, he can't really do much to himself. As if like, are you mad? You can't fight our teacher alone while protecting us at the same time. And Sukin's like, that's obvious, of course I'll lose it if I took her on by myself. As they are like, excuse me? I'm not sure if that's Climb, the girl, as the teammates, or Makuni, but I'm guessing the students actually answer, huh? As they come like, I'm well aware that I lack strength. That is why I'm calling for reinforcements. As he pulls out four summoning patches, like, everyone here has done this familiar summoning ritual, correct? As he fixes his glasses. So yeah, end of chapter. So I guess Clem is gonna be using the familiars from his students to get the reinforcements to fight Monoki, which does make sense. Clem, familiar ability, I believe, is communicating with animals, so it makes sense that he would have familiars passage, so his teammates could give him familiars to control. So yeah. Although I wonder if Iruma has one of his familiars. Like, if Iruma was scared and he was in his evil cycle, he would probably like take one of these, summon Caligo, and then have, I don't know, Monoki hugging Caligo and while they are feeling it. Which is very unfortunate they aren't doing that right now, but what can you do, I suppose? So yeah, this is the end of the chapter. So yeah, what could happen in the next chapter? Well, I could see them focusing on having a bit of a bit of a focus because for half a chapter, like first half of a chapter, we focus on Osmosis. In the next half, we could focus on Climb, or it could be reversed. Like I could imagine this being one of those types of battle fights. And I am definitely curious if them pouring their mana into the crystal is something that's supposed to be happening. Because I could easily see it be like one of those, oh, false information. Oh no, Cargo, did you have to give them the wrong information? I mean, that kind of seems to be a thing now, and Cargo doesn't want to do it, although honestly, I don't think there was anything. Although I may need to reread the chapter as well, but I don't think there was anything about that that could hint at them not doing that. I mean, it seemed like a pretty obvious ploy to get other teams into it. Although it was really easy to get to that location, so maybe. But still, I don't think there's enough hints for the students to tell they aren't supposed to be pouring it. I mean, hell, except for Uzo, I don't think anyone even knows something weird with with the orbs. But yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the chapter. You tell me your thoughts on the chapter down below, and don't forget to like, to share this video with others, and that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.